So in Unit 5, we learn how to graph a linear equation using another method, which is the intercept method. And this is really just a specific form of a table of values where the values that you use are the x and y intercept. So the x-intercept of a graph is the point on the graph where it's crossing through the x-axis. And so that's going to happen where y equals 0. If you look at this graph, you can see our x-intercept here at x value 1, y value 0. So it happens when y equals 0 because that is your x-axis. The y-intercept then is going to happen where the graph passes the y-axis, and so that's happening when x equals 0. And so in our graph, you can see our y-intercept right here. An x value of 0, our y value is -3. So we can use our x and y intercepts as easy points, like easy ordered pairs, easy points to figure out on that graph. And then once you have those 2 points, you know where the shape of your line is. You can draw your line. So in order to graph using this method, you're going to find your x-intercept by subbing in a value of 0 for y. Then you're going to find your y-intercept by subbing in a value of 0 for x. And then you can draw your x and y intercepts on the graph and draw a straight line between them. One caveat for you, if your graph happens to go through the origin at 0, 0, your x and y intercept are going to be the same. And so you're only going to get a single point on your graph. If that happens, you'll have to use a table of values, like the method we learned in the last unit, in order to find an additional ordered pair that's the solution. So let's look at some examples. We've been given this linear equation here. So step 1, let's find the x-intercept. X-intercepts happen when y equals 0. So we substitute a value of 0 in for our y, which happened here. And then we get 2x equals 4. If we divide both sides by 2, we get x equals 2. So that means our x-intercept is at 2 and 0. Oh, there's a mistake here. Okay, next we're going to find the y-intercept. Hopefully your notes already say that, by subbing in an x value of 0. Okay, so our y-intercept happens when x equals 0, which is why the x has been replaced with a 0 in this equation. And so we get 2 times 0 minus y equals 4, which is just 0 minus y, or -y. So we get -y equals 4 down here in step 3. And then we want to know what positive y is. So you can multiply or divide both sides by -1, and you get y equals -4. So now we know that our y-intercept is happening at 0 and -4. Now we can draw those 2 points on our graph. So 2 and 0 up here, and then 0 and -4 down here. And then we can connect those with a straight line and arrows through the ends, and we've graphed our line.